Howdy! So I've decided to use Livestrider to post some of my older Patreon videos. This one's about 2 years old, so I decided to put it here. Basically in these videos I talk with Nin about whatever silly topic patrons or members vote for. So in this case we're talking about worst ice cream flavors. If you would like to see the full patron playlist, you can become a member for $2 if you want. Otherwise I'll release these over time, all the older patron videos here in Livestrider. Hope you enjoy. Howdy howdy, this is Strider.
And this is Nin.
And yeah, today we just wanted to go over some really stupid ice cream flavors we found. And Nin was doing some research and it was like, oh, these are really weird. And I looked over her shoulder and was like, are those real?
Yeah.
And, so we dug these up and it was like, might as well talk with members about them.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are our real off-the-cuff thoughts on the stupidest ice cream flavors we could find.
Yeah.
For number 10, we have the cheese-flavored ice cream. Queso, or is it queso?
Queso, something like that. It's a Filipino ice cream.
Is it Filipino? Because
Yeah,
I was thinking
Filipino.
England or France when I heard
No.
cheese ice cream. Because isn't that where, like, England, you think Wallace and Gromit, and they kind of like, oh, let's have some cheese sort of thing, you know? But
No, it's a Filipino ice cream and it's prepared using the cheddar cheese.
see, like, I think Filipinos kind of specialize in ice cream because a lot of the ice creams I found in ice cream, ice cream failures, a lot of those more specialized ones were from the Filipino. They, particularly their kids, there seems to be a really big ice cream market. Yeah, huge ice cream market. So, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Only kids would eat frickin' cheese-flavored ice. It's like,
It's an interesting idea, isn't it? Having cheese-flavored ice cream. Like, I don't know about it. I mean, cheesecake is yum, but cheese. Ice cream, I don't know. It made of cheddar cheese.
cheddar cheese. Yeah, that's right. It was cheddar. Sort of like one of the most common ice cream flavors of the traditional sorbets ice cream. But like, I've never come across cheese flavor.
Me either.
Yeah, and dyed bright yellow, and is commonly served with scoops of oob, which is basically like what did I call it? Like a radish? No. It's like a tuba. It is a Filipino tuba. It's a purple ice cream, so it's basically like a sweet potato, like a really rooty sweet potato ice cream. So somehow, just by digging up cheese-flavored ice cream, we found an even stupider ice cream.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, so this one is sort of what got the ball rolling when I read it. Bacon-flavored ice cream. Did you learn anything about bacon-flavored ice cream, darling?
So bacon ice cream or bacon and egg ice cream. It's like a breakfast. Anyway, it's an ice cream generally created by adding bacon to egg custard and freezing it into the mixture.
Yuck. Oh. Just custard and bacony custard. It's just so gross and fatty sounding. I remember, and I was chucking up a fuss just in that stupidest fast foods about the ice cream with bacon in it, but that sounds positively
gross,
lovely compared to bacon flavored with all these cheesy bacony flavored cheese. Is there anything else we should know about bacon flavored ice cream, darling?
Well, apparently it was originally created as a joke for April Fool's Day.
Right,
Yeah.
I remember reading that.
So yeah, in
was it the British comedy series?
I think so. It was created
the
in
Two Ronnies.
Yeah, in 1973, I believe. It was done in a sketch. It's
been around a while now.
Yeah.
You know, I guess a sketch might be old, but maybe the whole novelty idea of these stupid novelty ice creams. And to be fair, maybe it was around the stupid novelty fast foods phase where we started getting hot dog flavored pizzas.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention on bacon-flavored ice cream, darling?
Well, apparently it was a joke, but apparently there was actually a bacon ice cream that was released. I can't remember if it was Ben & Jerry's or something else or whatever. I did actually see one. I can't remember which one it was, though.
I can't see Ben & Jerry's being that stupid.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Chunky Monkey. I don't know. Everything they make, I don't go, ooh. You know, like even Stephen Colbert ice cream sounds like it tastes better than that.
Anyway, bacon ice cream. It's a thing, apparently.
It's a thing, and I was happy.
Joke or not, it's a thing.
And for number 3, we have the fish and chip flavored ice cream. This one I actually took out for licorice ice cream because Nin put it in and I was like, you don't like licorice, do you?
No, I don't like licorice.
I
think we've covered this before, though.
Yeah, but like licorice, she has such an aversion to licorice, and I was like, but fish and chip is even weirder.
It is very weird.
Licorice is kind of meant to be a candy, and my dad loves licorice. Anyway, fish and chip flavored ice cream is, based in England, sort of as a street, like England's street food is fish and chips, and here in Australia, since we're kind of a branch off of England,
like a British.
If you go around the beaches and stuff, plenty of fish and chips.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you come from in Redcliffe,
absolutely.
Plenty of fish and chip shops. Particularly interestingly for older generations, I tend to find that it's a big thing. Whenever my grandparents used to go to the places with us, they would always have fish and chips as a seniors item. Like it's a huge thing
massive,
with seniors. Yeah. I have no idea. Why is that? Fish and chips.
Well, I suppose because, like based on an English colonization and all that sort of thing. Like it's brought over from the English traditions and stuff like that. And the British love fish and chips. And like I've got a British background, so and I've always grown up with fish and chips. We used to have fish and chips on a Friday, believe it or not. And
to be fair, I used to go to Hungry. I'm a Canadian background, so I used to go to freaking Hungry Jack's for a family meal every Friday with my dad.
Yeah. So that's basically what we grew up on, is having the fish and chips sort of thing on a Friday night, and like my dad's British, so that's kind of
I
what.
can totally see that. He is so British. Anyway, we're getting off topic. This is fish. I'm always learning something new about you.
Yeah.
So basically, there is the fish and chip flavored ice cream uses creamed cod, vanilla, and pepper batter. It's just like why not just
unique?
Why don't you shove a fish in there? While you're at it, freeze a fish and shove it in there. I don't know.
Blend it all up and
disgusting enough. They use the UK. It was done by the UK-based ice cream manufacturer Frederick's Dairies to create the fish and chip flavored ice cream. Does it say? Oh no, I get it. So they don't leave out the chips either. Traditionally, I believe it's served with the chips. Oh no, they create an ice cream flavor using potato, salt, and vinegar. For a double scoop, you create the fish and chip cone. Although that's creative.
Creative doesn't sound very appealing.
Potato and salt-based and vinegar.
Yeah.
I keep vinegar on my sink. So do you.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm sorry, but and I'm British, so I love fish and chips, but I don't know.
Sparks my intrigue. I'd like to see it, but I don't know if I'd like to taste it.
Yeah.
And somehow they get even grosser because at number 4 we have the horseradish ice cream.
Yeah.
Like some horseradish ice cream, love?
I don't know about this one. But this one is actually a unique Swedish style ice cream. Basically, apparently paired it with some sliced beetroot, walnuts, and like the nice crumbly goat's cheese.
Oh.
It's a great starter to a meal, apparently.
Horseradish and goat's cheese.
So I'm guessing that this one is actually more of the savoury ice cream rather than a sweet one.
Yeah, I'm used to the horseradish sauce. Like, have you ever heard of
I've never actually tried horseradish, so I don't actually know what it tastes like, but... Traditionally,
in Australia, I've tended to find at barbecues and stuff, it's used as a sauce, or like that sort of thing. And so, yeah, I don't know. I remember it has a very strong kind of peppery flavour to it, and it's hard to imagine as an ice cream. This is the thing. You take an ice cream, something that's already good, and you just ruin it. Like, when you just get
ruined. It's ruined.
Ruined.
It's ruined.
Ruined. What do you call it? Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Anyway, we don't have much to say about horseradish ice cream, so let's just move on to the next one.
Weird.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Smoked salmon ice cream we have at number 5. This is another one I took out for... I can't remember what you had in there.
I can't remember either.
Beer ice cream or something?
Crab ice cream, I
Oh,
think
you
it
had
was.
crab ice cream,
Yeah.
And I was like, well, both are pretty horrendous, so...
Pretty much the same sort of thing, Crab's pretty awful, though. I hate crab.
Yeah, I love salmon. I have salmon every morning in a can. Smoked salmon out of a can. It's just beautiful stuff. But the idea...
Great source of protein, by the way.
Oh, it's one of the best sources of protein. great for omega fats, all the good fats, you know, like you don't need to have all these protein powders and all this crap. I used to just say, have a can of tuna. It's about the same as and it costs you a lot less than those stupid protein powders, and you don't have to look like a freaking...
They don't taste like arse either.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but seriously, protein powder is abysmal.
I know we're going off track, but I guess that's what you're partially here for.
Yeah.
You know, we're allowed to go off track in these. I've spent 10 years going to gym, and like so often there will be these, like there was a big phase in the 2010s, 2015s where everyone was having these shaken bottles of that protein powder, downing them down, and I tried it for a little. I didn't try the actual protein powders. I tried the actual sort of kind of like the up and go ones. You just get them in a bottle of 30 grams of protein. Anyway, I never got that phase. So yeah, go salmon. But there is a smoked salmon ice cream. And what can you tell us about this one, darling?
So apparently it's a favourite breakfast and appetizer dish in countries all around the world.
Combined with cream cheese.
Combined with cream cheese and other dairy spread to be eaten atop of a piece of toast or a bagel.
Oh, you know what? I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see it being a replacement for cream cheese. That's about all I could see it for. I guess in a very different context. There's also one that uses shaved cucumber as a cone and onion and chopped chives as sprinkles.
Oh,
you know
interesting.
What? I'm done with smoked salmon ice cream.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Let's move on to the next. Oh, this one.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's this one called, darling?
So this one is actually really quite gross. It's called cold sweat ice cream. Now that name in itself is just disgusting to me. But the context behind it, cold sweat ice cream is from North Carolina-based ice cream.
They have to sign a waiver for this one.
Yeah, it's from a North Carolina ice cream store, and it's a homemade ice cream, and it requires you to sign a waiver before you purchase it.
Which is always a good sign.
Why would you need to sign a waiver? I don't know. It's made with some of the hottest peppers out there.
Well, like Carolina Reaper
must
sort of
be.
stuff?
I mean, it's in Carolina, so I mean, it must be.
Oh, is it in Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina-based, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The cold sweat, that's probably exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And, you know...
And you've had one, so...
Well, I showed you guys and the members, for those who've watched, like, I had half a pod of Carolina Reaper. And it would just...
It's not for the faint of heart, this stuff. I mean, I didn't try it, but I watched him try it, and it's...
And even after I got rid of it, I did, I think, 2-3 minutes. And for the next 3 days, 4 days...
You're feeling quite a bit ill.
Well, it wasn't just that. My taste buds literally feel like they'd changed. They felt like they were just kind of fired and burned.
But even down...
going down my esophagus
really quite,
as well.
You know, you felt burnt. Like, you knew that it wasn't actually doing that, but it's, you know, like it feels that way. And I can only imagine with cold sweat ice cream how it feels. You know, it must be a weird sensation having the heat and the coolness going down at the same time.
I was about to say, we use the milk-based products to counter. So I was wondering, how could a cold sweat ice cream work? Because the milk would neutralize the peppers. So
you would think so, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah,
so it's a very interesting idea.
Maybe it's so... Because the thing is it certainly didn't completely neutralize. The Carolina Reaper is so... I think it's 2,000 times stronger than...
anything else, basically.
Like, it's 20 times stronger than, like, the other hottest pepper I had. It was insane. So I think even if you put that with an ice cream, it would just be like... I don't know, chucking a bucket of water over a blazing inferno. It just does crap all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the case with that. It certainly gave me a cold sweat.
Yeah.
And then we have your favourite, the Lobster ice cream. Do you want some lobster ice cream, darling?
Not really. I mean, this doesn't look appealing anyway. Lobster ice cream.
To be fair, I looked at it and I actually thought it looked okay. It's got a kind of whitish pink flavour, but it looks like it's got bits of lobster sticking out, which looks so gross.
So unappealing.
Well, I guess it makes me think of strawberry ice cream when I see it visually, as I'll probably show on the screen here.
Yeah.
Like, it looks kind of like vanilla and strawberry, which is lovely. Strawberry and vanilla is lovely. It's like, that takes...
Lobster?
Not so much, you know. All you can do is pretend it's not lobster.
Yeah. So it's a Ben & Bill's chocolate emporium in Maine. It sells a butter-flavoured ice cream with real pieces of
Butter-flavoured?
Yeah.
Real pieces of what?
With real pieces of cooked lobster. So you are literally seeing bits of lobster.
Real lobster we're seeing there. Oh.
They say here, if you're adventurous enough to try it, amen. Beyond the shock value, however, this ice cream serves no purpose other than grossing us out, which I agree.
Oh, so it is purely made to gross people out.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, who doesn't make an ice cream to try and gross people out?
I know.
It's not very profitable. To be fair, we're in the age of Karen, where Karen's Diner is a thing and still open. Yeah. So people kind of do...
Weird things,
It's funny, the idea of it. I'm once again going off a quick tangent. The idea that a business can create a business from other people trying to create a small business out of giving other people visual, information and experience. What a weird world we live in.
I know.
God, I miss the 2000s. I miss the 90s. I miss simpler times. Just,
Me too.
Anyway, maybe some people just want to try a novelty ice cream. I shouldn't judge. If you want to know whether we put it on Instagram or not, if you want lobster ice cream,
go for it.
Good for you, but I can't say that without feeling a little bit of bile in the back of my throat. And this one actually, next one, number 8, we have pizza ice cream. And it's interesting because I've often heard the phrase, and I've used it in my videos, you might have heard, it's like combining ice cream and pizza. You put them together and it just kind of ruins two perfectly good things. Do you have something to say on that one?
Oh, absolutely. I love pizza. But I don't want it in ice cream. Like, I don't want to try it in ice cream.
It's hard to picture, isn't it? A pizza-flavored ice cream. I guess it would taste like pizza sauce? Maybe that's what it is.
Pizza sauce and pepperoni and
Does it tell us much about it, or?
No, there wasn't really much on it. Like, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, I think, when you think about pizza and ice cream. Like, I think it's a weird combination. Like, I would more so say, what are these two things doing together? They have no business being together, apart from if they were a dinner and then a dessert.
Yeah.
Why not do it as a dinner and then a dessert? Go order your pizza and then go to the store and get your Ben & Jerry's.
Well, that's it, and maybe even vanilla.
Yeah.
I guess it's another of those cases. A lot of these probably came around the KFC Double Down period.
Yeah.
What was it, love? Double Down Dog?
Double Down Dog.
You get it? Double Down Dog.
You get it?
I think it would be a ice cream that is probably got a similar flavor to, you remember that old pizza sauce at Subway? I think they still have it.
Yeah,
I imagine it would taste a lot like pizza sauce, where it has that kind of marinara flavor.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Honestly, I can't say I want to try it.
No, I don't want to try it.
It's combining savory and sweet.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
It's just a weird combination.
Ah, yes. And for number 9, we have garlic ice cream. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, it exists. It actually exists, and we're just not sure why. Like, really, why does this even exist?
So it was based in Minneapolis at Sebastian Joe's, which is, it sells roasted garlic and almond chip ice cream. You want some roasted garlic and almond ice cream, darling?
Can't say I do.
No.
It
Actually, it makes it sound more appealing, actually, the idea of adding almonds in. You can add nuts to anything in ice cream, and it makes it less horrifying.
I guess, but still, the thought of garlic, it's not really something that I tie in.
I tend to sort of think of garlic like as something I'll sort of just spread on top of my chow mein or something like that, or to mostly give it a health boost, and it gives nightmarish gastrointestinal after stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
But it's so good for you, though.
Well, you don't even want to be in the same room as yourself. It's so good for you. Like, fun fact with garlic, I recently read about a study they did in China where they found there were a lot of smokers in China, and those who actually had garlic on a regular basis lived much longer and had a much lower rate of lung cancer. There's a lot we don't know about garlic. Also, it's one of the few cases where we have clinical trials to show lower cases of colds or cold symptoms if you have garlic on a regular basis. I tried incorporating garlic for a long time, and it's so bad a smell. It is just the rottenest smell.
I think you actually even gave up garlic when you met me.
Actually, that's right. I gave up garlic.
He's so beautiful. He gives up garlic. I think he even gave up beans at the same time too.
Yeah, I've reincorporated those.
Yeah, you have.
Anyway, we're not going to go there. We don't need to. We don't need to know my Timon and Pumbaa history. Oh, the shame. Anyway, for number 10, we have Viagra-laced ice cream. I remember hearing Nin just looking this up before, and she was like, "Ooh."
I literally gagged.
Yeah, she gagged, and I was like, "What? What is it? What did you find?" And yeah, like the thing is that to me it actually doesn't sound that bad because I'm like, well, ice cream is typically an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
From my understanding, you look at the marketing of ice cream, it is clearly an aphrodisiac. Netflix and chill. There is literally an ice cream flavor called Netflix and chill. Chill means...
Anyway.
Yeah. And so, yeah, like, it completely made sense to me when I heard it, particularly when I did worst ice cream flavor, not worst ice cream flavor, worst ice cream failures. I was like, so much of the market, all of it is about, particularly for adults, like for about, sensuality. Let's use that word, sensuality. Yeah. So it completely made sense. And what do they add? Like 25 milligrams of Viagra.
To a champagne flavored ice cream. Which, I mean, champagne and, it kind of works, doesn't it?
Well, the thing is that I was thinking between having actual champagne, I'm not a drinker myself,
Neither am I.
and a champagne-flavored ice cream, one, I don't have to take on stupid, alcohol and that sort of thing and mess up my brain or fog up my brain and my decision-making. And instead I can, just enjoy an ice cream that's champagne-flavored. Like, and I've tried, like, Ferrero Rocher-flavored ice cream, that sort of thing. You try some weird flavors, and I'm like... To be fair, though, from my experience, from what I've seen, doing, again, the ice cream video, most beer or alcohol-flavored ice creams are pretty horrible and are really bad received.
Yeah.
Like, I think it got the lowest score on Good Mythical Morning.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that Viagra-laced ice cream, I think to Nin it was quite horrendous, but to me, I'm like... For some people, I can definitely see that being a thing. So, yeah. Anyway, well, moving on from Viagra-laced ice cream, there was actually one more that we had 11, and I don't really think, it's that interesting to everyone, but it had an interesting mystery to me, which is Superman-flavored ice cream, where it actually has the colors red, yellow, and blue, like the Superman colors, but at the same time, it was made before Superman.
That's interesting.
It is very interesting. It's such an old flavor that it's never officially been licensed, and some ice cream makers sell it under a different name to avoid issues. But I was like, this was called Superman flavored ice cream, yet it's made before Superman.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it had the color red, yellow, and blue, like Superman, his blue suit and red and yellow on him. So... yeah, purely interesting thing there, based on the Superman colors. Yeah, it didn't tell me much about the actual flavor, though, so yeah, leave it at that. We also had crab ice cream and licorice ice cream, but I think you guys get the idea from that. Were there any other points you wanted to add on, darling?
No, I think we've covered it all off there, so, I mean... there's just some weird and wonderful things out there that you just don't realise until you actually start digging.
I kind of like that about fast food and ice cream.
You just go down a rabbit hole and you just find all of these really random things and you're just like, what even is this? Who came up with this idea?
What I like, though, is that it shows that small manufacturers can still have an effect, because a lot of the bigger flavors, you don't necessarily get all these really original flavors.
Yeah.
To be fair... Haagen-Dazs and Ben & Jerry's have come up with some crazy flavors.
Crazy ideas,
If anything, ice cream, from what I've discovered, is like a real field for creativity, and I have no idea why. There has been so many bizarre flavors over the years thinking back. That was the whole point of Ice Cream Failures. I was like, I have no idea why it's such an artistic industry in the ice cream industry.
It is.
With all these massive conglomerates and corporations, they somehow are actually really creative.
I suppose because you can get creative with ice cream and creating something with like that beautiful ice cream sort of texture in a different flavour each time is so interesting. to actually try to, manifest, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I suppose, even as an ice cream tester, you'd be like, ooh,
absolutely.
What have we got this time,
I think one thing I really found that was odd about researching the ice cream failures is that it didn't feel as much like fast food mass-producing conglomerates. There was this weird creativity and healthy competition in the industry where, like, whatever one I looked, there was just kind of a nicer feeling to it than fast food and stuff. And I was like, why does this feel so weirdly alternative and artistic when I look in this field? And I have no idea why to that. Obviously, ice cream isn't as huge a thing as I thought. You look at the views on that video, clearly not as many subscribers were interested. But still, it really fascinates me why some of these industries are the way they are. Yeah. Anyway, I'm talking random crap now to strings of thoughts, so we will finish up. Thanks so much, guys. If you have any other recommendations for other videos or other things you'd like us to talk about, let us know.
I'd love to know if you've tried some of these random flavours too. I don't know if they still exist or anything like that, but I'd love to know.
Hopefully some have come and gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you tried bacon flavoured ice cream, let us know. We'll talk to you later, guys.
See ya. Bye.